Test. Test. All right. So I thought I would just take a look at some of the planes that I have in War Thunder. Have most of the American tech tree, um, and a lot of the other ones too. I have a new throttle hooked up right now, so and I haven't set settings for it, so I'm probably not going to be able to do any flying. But so this is my F-16 ADF, I believe, or is this the A? Yeah, it's the ADF. I've got a couple of different camos for it already. Got the VF84 camo, and what else do I have? The Roar team. That's kind of cool. And I've got the Space Falcon team. I've also got the F-16A, and I've got this cool 50th anniversary, the Bats camo, Pride of Siouxland, Sioux City. What else do I have? This is just the standard. Then this one I don't have. I'm not that crazy about that one. I don't really feel like buying premium right now. But anyway, these are my top tier jets right here. Most of them. I always keep a P-51H in with the top tiers. I've got this cool Vietnam era camo for it. Or livery, I should say. I've also got the Spokane Spook. And of course, Millie G. That's my P-51H variant. The A7E, I don't think I've ever flown. I just got it because it's a Corsair 2. I have of course I've got my Phantom 2. My F100 I don't really fly. But I do fly my Tomcats. There's the F-14B. What's this camo? Huh, that's interesting. Kind of. Might get that. What else do I have? The Grim Reapers. And I've got... That's about it. I haven't unlocked this. I've also got, I have an F-14A as well. A lot of cool camos for that one. Oh wait, I think I have additional custom camos. I just remembered. Yeah, I have these user camos. So I've got the Jolly Rogers. I've got, of course, I've got Maverick and Goose's Tomcat. Gotta have that. I can't zoom in right now because I don't have my settings. This is as close as I can get. But you can see it says Pete Mitchell Maverick and whatever Goose's name was, Bradshaw. I've got the Playboy camo, of course. Let's see, do I have any other camos? Do I have any others for the F-14B? No. Alright, what else do I have that's cool here? I've got my F-5E, which is like one of my favorite planes. Oops. Standard. I've got the Desert Aggressor camo. And I've got this Aggressor camo. I've got this cool Indonesian camo. Sundowners. And that one. I don't have the Aggressor camo from Top Gun though. For that one, I think you can get that with the premium F5. I've got my Warthog. And this is the Tech Tree Warthog. And then, of course, I've got tons of planes. I have unlocked pretty much the whole American tech tree, going back, starting at the biplanes and some of the premium planes. I've got my my A36, which was really the first Mustang. Got the A20, bombers, B-17s, P-47s, all the P-47s, all the P-51s, all the P-38s. I've even got Bong's P-38, which was a special, like you can't get it anymore. P-38, it was a like a giveaway plane for a like a competition. I've got the Corsairs, I've got the Hellcats, early jets, F-86s, Shooting Stars. I've got the F-104, which is a badass plane. Do I have that in? Yeah, here's one. Here's my F-104C. It's totally fucking badass. My F-86s. I've got all the F-86s on the American tech tree, including some foreign F-86s. I think I have all the Phantoms. I have the B-57. This is my special premium F-86 35 with the Sky Blazers livery. Alright, so going through my loadouts. These are my various loadouts. So, yeah, these are all... Here's my shooting star. I have two shooting stars. I have the C and I have the A. Which is actually a very cool plane. I like flying. And we're going backwards in time. I've got the... I have this premium F7 F3, which I don't really fly very often. I think I got this out of a crate. This is the Tiger Cat. Here's my shooting star A. I have this premium Corsair, which is a pretty kick-ass plane. Black Sheep Squadron. This is like a late... I think it's... I can't remember if this is Korean War or late, like interwar. Between World War II and Korea. Then, of course, I've got my B-17. This was a custom livery. I've got a bunch of B-17s, actually. Here's the Tech Tree Tiger Cat. And here's my P-38K with a custom livery. I've got a bunch of custom liveries for the P-38. Got Kilroy. I guess I just have those two for the K. I have my F2G1, so this is the Goodyear Corsair and this is the racing camo. This was a racer, 57 racer. And then I've also got obviously the standard camo. Huh. How come I can't switch it to the standard? Oh, here's the standard. With my victory marks. And there's my P-51H again. I have so many P-38s that I have a whole... category of just P-38s, starting with the experimental YP-38. So this was the prototype 38, which I believe crashed. Then this is one of my favorite planes actually in the game, is the XP-38G, which you can't get anymore. You used to get it with the Pacific Pack, and then people kept moaning and bitching about it being too OP. So they switched it out for the YP-38 in the pack. So because I had bought the pack with it, I got to keep it. And then I also got the YP-38 when they made that part of the pack. So basically I got a free plane out of that. My favorite P-38, though, is now the Bong's P-38. So this was Richard Bong's P-38J with Marge, photo of his wife on the nose, and all his victory marks. One of the best P-38s in the game, though, is this P-38K. It's a premium. It's at 5.3 battle rating, but it's really OP for that battle rating. It's it climbs faster than practically any other plane at that same battle rating, and it's a great bomber interceptor. I use it to go after the farmers in the German bombers who just basically farm points, and then I farm points on them. Yeah, I've got the P-38L model, which is the one with the dive flaps or air brakes. I've got a couple of custom camos for that. I've got California Cutie is one of my... Oh, it's not showing up. Oh, I guess it doesn't show up for this one. Got Gung Ho. I've got Dorothy Marie. Wicked Woman. Shady Lady. And then, of course, the standard, which I've put this eagle nose on, which I actually saw in a photo of a P-38. They used to this is actually one of the default nose arts that comes with War Thunder, but I think there was a real plane where they did this. They made the P-38 look like an eagle's nose. It kind of fits it. And I think I have even more P-38s that are not in this list. Let's see, the YP, well, here's the J. Oh, here's California Cutie. I have this in Microsoft Flight Simulator also. I like to fly it around where I live in Los Angeles in this livery. So those are my P-38s. Okay, then where was I? Let's see, did we do it 6.3? Yeah, we looked at 6.3. So here we are at 5.0, and as you can see, I've got my P-51s here. So here's a special camo Jersey Jerk livery. I've got several. These are two premium P-51s. So I've got the P-51 D20 premium and the P-51 D10 premium, which I've got a custom camo of Detroit Miss, but this comes with the Daddy's Girl camo. So Daddy's Girl is a real restored P-51. So I like Detroit Miss. Then I also have the Tech Tree P-51. So here's my P-51 D30, which I also have done up as Detroit Miss. And then I have this cool Aggressor Squadron camo that I like to use on the Dover map because I blend in with the water. Let's see what this one is that's available. Oh, that's interesting. Sort of a Dazzle style camo. Yeah, maybe I'll get that. That's my D30. I also have the D5, which I don't have in a setup here. But as you can see, I have a lot of planes. So where's my D5? Here's my C10. B-51C. Here's my D30. Where's my D5? I just have too many planes. I can't find them. Okay, here's my D5. So I have the first P-51, and I have the P-51 D5. Put that here. I have Cripes and Mighty. Custom camo for the D5. I also have Lou the Fourth. And, oops. And, I have Moonbeam McSwine for the D5. And what else do I have? Oh, what don't I have? Alright, going to rank 4. Well, going back to rank 5 for a second. I also have P47s. So here's my P47 D28. I have other P47s too. Let's see. I have the P47 early. I have the P47 D28 and the P47 N15. I have the P61. A bunch of liveries for this. Let's see, going down a tier. Here's my D28. What's it doing? Oh, I guess we're looking at that already. Here's my Hellcat F5N. So this has the early radar pod on it. So it was designed as a night fighter. This is actually a pretty badass plane for this tier. It's got 20mm cannons and 50 cals. I have the other Hellcat. This is an OP plane, the XP50. I don't fly it that much though, because usually when I'm at this battle rating, I just want to fly my P38s. Oh, here's the other Hellcat. This is the standard Hellcat without the night pod. I've got all the Corsairs. I have all, so here's my F4U1C first Corsair. I think this one of the ones I have has Pappy Boyington's livery. One of the Corsairs, one of the earlier Corsairs. Maybe this one. No. Not that one. This one. So this is meant to be Pappy Boyington's Lulu Bell, I believe. Lucy Bell. I thought it was Lulu Bell. Okay, what else do I have? Well, my P51C is a very cool plane. So this is the Razorback P51. And I have the various Tuskegee Airmen liveries. I have Kitten and Topper. And I have Excalibur. This was a racer post-war. I've got the Cobras. I've got the King Cobra. I've got a bunch of King Cobras, which I don't really fly. And I've got the Air Cobra, both Air Cobras, the N and the Q. See, going down a tier. yeah, here's my P-51C. Here's my P-47D-28. Oops. Here's my P-47D-25. I have Dottie May. Let's see, what else do I have? This is one of my favorite planes in the game, the XP-55. This thing is so OP if you know what you're doing. It's a very specific kind of fighting you have to do. But, you know, it's a pusher. Propellers in the back. And you can just wreak havoc with this thing. It's got a 20 millimeter nose cannon and 250 cals mounted also in the nose. And you can just decimate bombers with it if you know what you're doing. I have a captured Bf-109, so I can fly a Bf-109 as American or Allied. This is the 109F. I have a captured Zero, which I hid the American insignias on, and I put the Rising Sun and a samurai logo so that I can sneak up on teammates, because I'm flying as American, because it's a captured Zero. And I get in, I try to make it seem like I'm flying with them, and I shoot them down. Let's see, what else do I have at this tier? These we've looked at. I'm going back to 2.0. I've got my P-40 Warhawks. So this is the F. And let's see. One of these I have done up as the Flying Tigers. Where'd that go? I guess they don't have it in the category, in the preset. Let's see, where's my P-40s? Here's the P-40E. Yeah, so White 106 was a Flying Tiger. Although this is, so it's got the Chinese, the volunteer, what the hell are they called? VFW? Volunteer fighter. Anyway, it was the volunteer fighters flying for China before America got into the war, before the U.S. got into the war. But there's a mistake I believe there's a mistake in the way they did this camo in War Thunder, because on the bottom of the wings in this camo it says U.S. Army, and the whole idea of having the Chinese emblems on there was, you know, they were mercenaries basically. They were flying in China prior to America being in the war, so they wouldn't have had U.S. Army on the bottom of the plane as Flying Tigers during prior to the U.S. being in the war. After the U.S. was in the war, Flying Tigers did fly as a branch of the Army Air Corps, but they would have had the Army Air Corps roundel on the wings, not the Chinese volunteer group. VFG, Volunteer Fighter Group, I think it was called. They wouldn't have had those emblems on the plane at that point. Oops, what does it say? With the insignia of Chinese Air Force, Kitty Hawk, White 106. Yeah, this is 19... Oh, China, April, May 1942. That's interesting. So that's after the U.S. has joined the war. That's interesting. Okay, so So these are my basic loadouts that I found. And I've got the Wildcat, which is really kind of hard to fly. So if you're once you're used to the better planes, it's pretty hard to do anything in a Wildcat. But as you can see, I have a lot of planes, and these are just the American ones. So then I've got the British ones. So I've got bunches of Spitfires, Hurricanes. I haven't really gotten British bombers. I went up through the Meteor, a couple of the Meteors with the Brits. The early jets. Yeah, so here's a Meteor F. I have a premium Harrier. Do I have the British Harrier or do I have the American Harrier? Yeah, I have the British Harrier. So, which I'm not that good in. Yeah, so tons of Brit planes. Tempest, Vampire. Vampire is a pretty mean plane. You can really fuck people up with that. And I went all the way up through the Spitfire tech tree. Up through the, what's the last Spitfire? Oh, Mark 24. I don't have the Seafires. I need to get some of the Seafires. I have the Firefly. I have the Typhoon. I have another premium Brit plane, I think. What is it? The Wyvern. This is an OP plane as well, but I don't really fly British very often. It's really good for ground attack, and it's really fast. Turbo, dual prop, turbo prop. Okay, then I've got Germany. Lots of Germany. Going up through the MiG-23 MLA. And I've almost unlocked the F4F, the German Phantom. I have a good selection of ME-262s and some rare ones. Here's my premium Dora D13. Of course, the 109K4, which is OP in any sim. My MiG-23. We could be here all night doing this. I've got a whole bunch of 109s. There's a 109E. This is a, I believe this is a premium. Yeah, this is a premium. Is it a premium? Wait, I have a whole section of just ME-262s. So I have the A2A. One of these is like a lower battle rating. This one is kind of cool. Whoops. Is it this one? No, this one is like a tank buster one. It's really hard to use. But the C, the A1. It's the A2. That's the. One of them is a rare one that you can only get out of a box. I think it's this one, the A2, the Jabo. But then I also have the squad plane, this one, the A1A U1, which is pretty nasty. It's it's got all these guns. It's got crazy guns. So it has. Let's see, what does it have? It has two 30 millimeter MK103s, two 30 millimeter MK108s. One of these is high velocity. I can't remember, or rapid fire. I can't remember which one is which. And then two 20 mils. So, one quick pull on the trigger and it just tears B-17s apart. If you know what you're doing with this, it's incredible. I've got the Arado. Let's see. I've got the Comets and the Horton Flying Wing, which is also pretty incredible. Ooh, there's a camo. What's this camo look like? That's a little too Halo for my taste. That's not bad. This plane is pretty incredible. I mean, it has no drag whatsoever. And so if anybody's stupid enough to try to turn with you, they're pretty much dead. I mean, you just basically do like vertical loops all day long. Nobody can touch you. I've got my Comets. I've got two Comets, the 163B and the 163, the BO. I got my ME-262C2, which has a rocket booster at the back. Here's my squad. ME-262 again. Yeah, lots of nasty early German jets. I've got the TA-152, which is a pretty amazing plane, although I'm not very good in it because I don't fly it enough. I have both of these. There's two of them. There's the H1 and let's see. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Here's the H1 and the C3, which is like the short wing version of it. I have the HE-162, which was a plane that they actually just gave out to kids and were like, yeah, go up and shoot down some American bombers, to like Hitler Youth kids. And, you know, if you can't hit them, just ram them. Let's see, what else do I have? I have the G91, a MiG-15. I have a premium Sabre also. This of course is like not. Oh, and I have this early. This is like a Spanish Civil War 109. Premium, which is kind of cool for low tier. Everybody else is in biplanes, and you're in a 109. It's pretty nasty. What else do I have? What don't I have? I have a premium TA-154. There's something else that I have. Oh yeah, I have like a premium F-86, a German F-86, I think. German Sabre. But I don't know where that is. Oh no, I guess it's not a premium. I guess it's a tech tree. Yeah, the F-86K. What's it doing? Here it is. This thing is pretty badass. It's a super. Is it a Super Saber? No, it's just the F86K. I've got my MiG-15, my German MiG-15. And, yeah. Lots of planes. Bunch of 109s. The F. The G. I have an Anton. A bunch of Antons, actually. Another F. F2. I have this premium TA-154A. It's pretty badass, pretty OP. What have we done? I've got Russia. I haven't really gone up the Russian tree very much, but I've got like early MiG jet. Whoops. MiG-9s. I've got LA-7s. MiG-15s. I've got Yaks. I have Japan. I have tons of Zeros. Premium Zeros. This premium Zero, I have Keys. I have a Japanese captured P-51C. Yeah, I got lots of stuff. I have China. Actually, I don't have too much China. I didn't really go up China. They have the same P-51. The captured P-51s are all the same. They're like the D. Or this. Actually, that's not true. Some of the C, some of the D. I started to go up to Italy. I've got the Italian 109 G. I've got this G55, and I've got this premium G55. I have an Italian Spitfire. I have French. I have a premium Moulin jet. I have the French F-84. I have the Narval, which is kind of a weird French pusher dual prop, which is pretty nasty. I'm trying to go up the French line because I want to get the Mirages, but I've only gone up to the... I've almost unlocked the Mystier, but that's as far as I got. I have Sweden. Not too much Sweden. I didn't really go up Sweden yet. I have Israel. This is a cool plane. This is this was actually one of the Prime Minister's plane from when he was in the Air Force. It's his Spitfire. He used to bring it out for air shows. And then I have the Israeli P-51D. What's left? I think that's it. Right? Yeah, those are all the countries. And then I've got tanks. So, I mean, that's just a little look at some of the planes that I have in War Thunder. So if anybody ever wants to... I only fly sim in War Thunder. And I haven't really been flying very much because I'm mainly doing DCS now. But, yeah, if anybody ever wants to fly, just, send me a message either on YouTube or on my Discord channel. And maybe we can get together and fly. Okay.